Hello and welcome back to our New World Order campaign in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we have mostly been at peace except for a little war that we helped out in our with our allies down here in Milan. We helped them take a county down here. And other than that we are waiting for our truce with Bayern to expire so we can hopefully press our claimant's claim for this land in here. In the meantime, though, we're going to have to find something else to do, and something that I do want to do is to get some coastline at some point so that we can have boats and, use them to ferry our troops around, which is a pretty useful thing to be able to do. And we're getting pretty close to the coast up here, so I'm going to look around for some claims or whatever that we can use to take some of this land. So we are actually adjacent to this duchy here, so if we can find claimants to the Duchy of Geldern, that would be great. It does not exist, so that is a no, I guess. This is the only actual coastal duchy, I think, that we have borders with. We don't quite border Utrecht. Maybe if we can take some of these counties individually, we can create the duchy. So, let's see, we might be lucky enough to have claimants to some of these counties. Not to this one, apparently. Or this one. We do have claimants here. So I guess we'll invite one of these guys and press his claim. And we may just simultaneously start fabricating a claim on one of these other counties with our Chancellor. I suppose we'll select the younger one, even though he is slow. Invite you to our court. So this is going to involve us going to war against Saxony, which I think we should be able to handle without too much trouble. Let's also not be on speed 1. Okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and grant him a county. I think it was one of these that is just the single holding, Vartsburg. We should check. I'm sure he has a weak claim. Oh, he has claims on some other counties as well. But not the ones we're interested in. Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll grant him this county. We'll not be able to press his claim immediately, but let's stop trying to kill the King of Bayern and instead switch our plot to this count. Which actually is something we may just be able to do. Especially if we can bribe his spy master. That looks pretty good. Okay. We'll go ahead and grant him the county then. Okay, our plot's up past 200%. We should probably try and do something about this faction as well. Lara, why you do this to me? We could make her the designated regent. We could send her a hefty gift. We could send our Chancellor to make nice with her. But I do want to use him to fabricate claims. No, actually, we can't send him here, since I guess we have to use him on adjacent counties. So I guess in the meantime, we'll just send him to Clara. Hopefully he can improve her opinion a little bit before we need him for the claims. Speaking of Clara, she was attacked while collecting taxes. How dare they? I'm sure she's fine. My co-conspirator has let me know that the Count will die by poisoned wine. It's a classic. Let's hope it works. And let's also invest in improved keeps, I suppose. Probably a pretty good one. Failure. He didn't drink the wine, but he didn't uncover the conspiracy. Okay. Still over 200, so should keep getting attempts pretty quickly. Poisoned wine again. Alright. If at first you don't succeed, keep poisoning the wine. Success, and he didn't discover the plot. So we have a regency in charge of this county. We should be able to declare war for it now. Or our vassal. He's going to end up with 2 counties, but I think he will probably move his capital over here since it's a better county, and we'll be able to revoke this back then. Or maybe we can just choose which one we want to revoke. I think it's only his non-primary title that we can plot to take. We'll go ahead and do this. Probably should have brought our levies north earlier in preparation, but that's okay. By levies, I of course meant my retinue. Okay, Friesland has been called in. Marsh, Middle Anglia. Okay, I guess he might have more allies than I bargained for. Ooh, also Denmark and Bayern. Denmark is looking pretty strong up there. That might have given me pause if I had checked his allies beforehand. I'm sure we'll be fine though. We can of course call in our own allies. We're allied with the Knights Hospitaller. Well, I guess they wouldn't be able to actually fight anybody, so no real reason to do that. We'll call in our other allies though. You refuse, you refuse. Ooh, we're taking attrition here. Let's not do that. You refuse. Okay. So I guess that's our Duchess's war ended. We can press her claim for her if we want to. The jihad for Ifriqiya has been successful, so back under Muslim control. Not too surprising, I guess. Did Aragon expand? I think they took some land down here. If so, good for them. If not, oh well. I think they did. Haven't been keeping a particularly close eye on it. Let's go and fight the armies. Before any more arrive. Okay, Bayern's been called in. I've learned many lessons from this battle. Aside from application of the theoretical tactics my mentors taught me as a boy, I've learned to deftly isolate an opponent in the thick of the front, bring all my focus and concentration to bear upon him, and then, within but a few rounds of melee, swiftly execute him. I'm proud of my clear progression into a greater warrior. Alright, good. Sounds great. Let's go and fight this army if we can. Seems to be heading towards our war goal. We had a granddaughter, okay. A quick one. Alright, well I don't know where his armies disappeared to, but we may as well just siege our war goal while we're here. Actually, let's assault it. Try and get this war finished quickly. Before Denmark fights us. Okay, we need to appoint a new spy master. Our son and heir, I guess, is the best candidate. He can stop leading armies and go to Constantinople. Alright, so that's where the army went to. Let's head over there and fight them. The Count of Bamberg. Oh, my spy master has been discovered. Alright. That's fine, I suppose. We captured a count. We're up to 34%. Let's just go ahead and siege his capital, I think. My daughter was curious about the visitors, but was polite enough to wait until the Chamberlain had escorted them to their rooms before she started asking thousands of questions about them, so she's going to gain diplomacy and become gregarious. Which is all very well. My wife has complained about me being absent so often, and so when I found that I had some extra gold to spend, I decided to buy her something nice. Maybe some sort of jewellery. We could improve her opinion by spending 5 gold, or even 10 gold. Sure, let's spend 10 gold. If she actually likes us a little bit. She doesn't like that I'm excommunicated. Well, I guess that's fair enough. We can assault this as well, so I think we will. Especially since we're taking attrition, and I don't want to sit here sieging slowly. It's fallen before me, and my troops have collected everyone found within. I must now decide the fates of the unfortunate, so we can capture a couple of princes who would probably be worth some war score. Let's do that. My daughter is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. It's great. We'll assault this next holding as well. Up to 85%. It's quite costly in terms of the amount of men we're losing. But we have almost won, so I think we'll go fight this army from Bayern. Assuming we can catch it. Which we can't just here, but maybe in the next county. Should win pretty soon anyway, thanks to our ticking war score. A couple of other ducal claims we can press if we were interested. We have gained a better understanding of military matters during this battle, so better tech spread rate. And we'll go in and fight this 2000. Or not. So our daughter became a really good martial character, which is great. Let's see if we can get her matrilineally married so she can stay in our court and actually lead armies and stuff. How about a Prince of Bayern? I guess there's a chance of our getting some claims for the kingdom on our family members, which might be useful. Alright, and we have gotten 100% war score. We'll enforce our demands. And we have our county. So we should be able to go and start fabricating claims on the next county, which will give us our first coastal county once we get it. So it's going to be less than a year until our truce here is over. We need to get our twin grandchildren educated. Let's see here. These are your eldest children, so this is the one that is currently our heir, I think, so we'll educate her ourselves. And I guess we'll educate the other one personally as well. Let's also make sure that our Chancellor likes us, since he could choose not to give us the claim if he actually fabricates it, I think. So we'll do that, see if we have any honorary titles to give him. I don't think we want to make him designated regent. If we could just get unexcommunicated, that would be really nice. Speak of the devil. This new pope is pretty happy with me. Please lift my excommunication. Thank you so much. Kind of feel like I made the pope die just by wishing it there. Which would be a pretty good superpower, I guess. Okay, so who knows how long it'll take for us to fabricate that claim, but once we do, we'll be able to create this duchy, and then we can create a vassal merchant republic over here, I think, which will be pretty good. We'll get a lot of boats, and hopefully a decent amount of money. I think there's a merchant republic in this area. Yeah, Utland. So there'll be some competition, but that's fine. Once we have access to a decent amount of boats, we'll be able to participate a lot better in future crusades, which are likely to be pretty far away. My son asked me for a fief of his own to govern. Absolutely not. No fiefs here. So our claimant did not move his capital over to the other county. Let's see if... Yeah, we can actually revoke either county from him. So let's plot to revoke this one. Since it is in our capital duchy. Or is it even? It is, okay. Okay, you're proving opinion with cardinals, which is fine. My granddaughter is mastering the art of diplomacy. Also fine. Lower Crown Authority faction. Well, at least he's the only person in it now. So we can probably just ignore him for the moment. And once we have our retinue parked on top of this county, I'll go ahead and try to revoke it. Add another granddaughter. Another ugly one. Please just give me the county. Of course, he wouldn't just give me the county. Well, let's raise this army and... well, we'll wait until they have a bit of morale before we march them in there. Count of Blankenberg has given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning the Prince Bishop's sexual preferences. Well, he's pretty happy with me now that I'm no longer excommunicated, I guess, so I don't think we need to do anything to him. We'll leave it to ourselves. And now we're sieging both his holdings, and it's only a matter of time before we can end this war. Our truce is actually well up with Bayern at this point, so I probably could have simultaneously declared that war, but it's fine, I can wait until after we have done, or we finish with revoking this county. Clara has collected a tithe for us. Thank you, Clara. And she likes me a lot better now that I'm not excommunicated as well. My son became a brilliant strategist, Wow, a very good character. Let's arrange a marriage for him. Let's see. Duchess of Normandy or Duchess of Styria, which is the vassal of Bayern. Yeah, let's do this. It does mean he leaves my court, I think, but that is going to be fine. We should end up with some children of our dynasty with claims on that duchy, which we can use later. Our granddaughter is mastering the art of swordsmanship. Don't you mean swordswomanship? Or we can go ahead and call it swordspersonship. Okay. Apparently somebody was offering me something that disappeared. Alright, well we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here and continue revoking this county in the next one, and then hopefully get our war with Bayern started. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.